Hi folks, good morning from North Yorkshire. Here she is, finally finished. Now I had to make one or two little adjustments to her to get her optimal, which I'll explain shortly. So I decided to make a new handle for it. The other one I was going to return it, but I noticed there was a crack in it. So I turned this nice Lignum Vitae or Palo Santo handle, which is what the old bowling balls are made from, or a very similar species to this. It's very heavy timber. I think that handle there weighs nearly about a quarter of what the whole mechanism does. So I put a nice German silver ferrule on there, hand rolled and soldered. Got the blade razor sharp and everything working just as I wanted it to. So now the adjustments I made to it last time, if you notice here, this side slipper plate is actually a different shape. That was the original shape from the pattern, and I found that the pivot was more upright. This one's leaning over at about 30 degrees. This one works better, and I'll show you why. That's what it was originally, and it was in this top right hand corner here, the hole. So where that hole was now, I've cut that away and mounted the screw and the pivot about 10mm from the centre of that one over to the left. So if I unlock the cam, you'll see why I changed it. Now as the spring springs, this spigot that's inside the spring there finds its way down into the bottom there, and it's a much better fulcrum. The lever wasn't quite working properly before, but now it works just fine. It doesn't really open that far anyway. I think the maximum you're going to cut in there is probably 3 or 4mm with the harness leather, but you can open further if you want it to cut something, another kind of material maybe that's not as hard as leather. So it'll take up to 10mm in between those jaws. As you can see there, that fulcrum's lovely. It's works much better than the other, and it ends up upright when it's fully open. So I'm really happy with it. The roller spins nicely and true, with a tiny little bit of play sideways. I've took off the little nipple that was inside there, so it's flush now. I don't think you can quite see that, but the one I silver soldered earlier, right in the centre here. So that's it, finished, and works like a dream. As you've just seen there, I've cut a nice strip of leather 2 inches wide and very accurate. This is a bit soft. The kind of harness leather that you'll be cutting will be much firmer than this, but it still handles. I think it's 1 to 1.5mm thick suede. It even cut that as well, so the roller's doing its job and held the leather down whilst it was being pushed through. So there she is, recycled handle. Oh, one thing I was going to mention, you notice that the blade's blued here, it's been heated. What you do to get the handle to fit properly, the proper way of doing it is to drill a pilot hole and then heat the tang of the blade itself and burn it on, and then that's there for life then, unless you hammer it off obviously. But that's the proper way of fitting a handle, is to heat the tang and burn the handle on slowly but surely. I think the tang goes well into over halfway there. So I finished it last night at 10 o'clock PM, and I'm over the moon with that one. Everything works just as I expected, and there we go. I'll let you have a look around. I did change 1 or 2 of the little things. I put a matching self washer nut on there and on there, so they both look the same. and I'll give you a view from the other side with it rocking. The leather goes between, and that holds, and then the roller turns as you push through. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. So it's worth the wait, I think, and I certainly think so. So again, from a little shed in Yorkshire, thank you for watching. Bye for now.